we are gonna have to cut this trip short. Our daughter Emmalee called us at home, and we've got to rush and get ready, get home to them as quickly as possible. I can't really talk about this right now. My heart is breaking for them. Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to the channel. We are camping at our off-grid property this week so that we can get some work done. However, our good friend Jeff over at Bobblehead Homestead just moved his shed to house onto his property, which is just a couple lots down from ours. And he said that we could stay in it. It is cold, the nights are getting below freezing, and so we took him up on his offer to stay in his shed to house. So I'm gonna surprise him and clean this place up for him a little bit. I'm gonna take you guys along for that.
While we was invading Jeff's cabin, I talked to Drew. He asked me to go ahead and light the fire and get it going because he's going to be here tomorrow. And so hopefully we can keep this fire going all night for him and get some of this stuff burned up for Jeff. I used a half diesel, half gasoline mixture this morning, and it is cold and a little damp. So it's not wanting to start very good. It's got a good flame going over there right now. We'll see how it goes. I want it to catch on before we get up to our place and start working around up there.
You're doing such a good job, Lily.
It's embarrassing.
You're a hard worker. There's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Normally girls don't do the work, but now I'm the only one here to do the work.
Yep.
Other than Mom, and she had back surgery a few months ago.
Big cedar that we just knocked down. I think that either be a good sawmill tree or a good pole tree or anything. I mean, that's how we can use that.
give you guys a little bit of a backstory. Wiley and I have only been together since 2020, and it is our dream to build something meaningful together, and that is why we bought this place. When we met, we both kind of wanted the same thing. You know, we wanted to live a wholesome, self-sustaining lifestyle, which kind of led to all of this. I had kind of started that journey before we met at our current place, but we wanted to build something from the ground up together. So here we are in Arkansas. One of the main reasons we bought this place guys, or this property in particular, is because it is on the side of a mountain. Now that I've done more research, I kind of wish we would have bought the south-facing slope, but we bought the north-facing slope, so here we are. We're just gonna do the best we can with what we have. But again, like, we have so many awesome friends here in Arkansas, and as the world gets crazier and crazier, we think it's more and more important to build a community where if anything bad ever happens, then we're all within a few miles of each other, and we can grow things and trade and help each other out in hard times. So of the main reasons we chose this part of Arkansas is because of the community that we have found here, and the community that it just keeps growing, guys. There's more and more people coming into our group all the time, moving to the area, looking for the same thing we are. But right now we are working on clearing all of this up because we want to widen this space. A lot of this was done for us by the previous buyer, but they ended up walking away from the property, and so we get to reap the benefits of their hard work. Wiley has been a heavy equipment operator on and off for the past 30 years, so he's well experienced in anything that has to do with machinery. He can operate them, he can fix them, he can do whatever needs to be done with one of those machines. So it was really, really kind of our friend Drew over at Drew's Lens to allow us to use his backhoe. It sure makes this a lot easier. We had planned to bring our tractor with us on this trip, but unfortunately, we had an issue with our trailer, and I'll insert a picture here. Now, if you know anything about trailers, you know they have leaf springs that help with suspension. Well, the leaf spring hangers on both sides were broken. Luckily, we noticed it before we got too far from home, because that could have been a disaster that could have ended us up on the side of the highway, and we wouldn't have wanted that. So thankfully Drew's letting us use his backhoe so that we can get this work done. We are going to start moving things from our Oklahoma property over to our Arkansas property over the next couple of months, although we don't plan on actually living here until the springtime. It's getting just a little too cold at night, guys. It's in the 30s, and when you wake up in the morning, everything's covered in frost. And I don't think that the kids would appreciate living in those conditions very much, at least right out the gate. So we're gonna wait till the weather warms up just a little bit, but we're gonna make regular trips here, and so that we can get work done and prepare it for our move. Now, some of you may be thinking that, you know, we're on a slope and we should be paying better attention to where our water is going to run off when it rains. And the purpose of this trip, I just want to assure you guys, the purpose of this trip is to do whatever we can while we have access to the backhoe. And so that's knocking trees down, pushing things out of the way, digging up stumps, stuff like that. And we can come back with our smaller tractor later and divert water. So Wiley's kind of made that spot flat-ish. Don't worry, it's not done. That's just what he needed to do with the backhoe, and we can come back with our other tractor and make it actually flat, and we will make sure that we pay attention to where the water is going to run when it rains, because the last thing we want is a mud puddle right out our front door, or it washing away important things that we're working on. So Wiley does have a lot of experience in doing this. He's built a lot of roads and highways and housing additions. He's done all the pads and everything for housing additions and commercial buildings and stuff. So he's well experienced in all this, guys. So just keep that in mind when you leave a comment that this isn't done. This is a work in progress. And but although if you do have suggestions, we love your guys' constructive criticism. So we don't know everything. We don't want to claim that we know everything. We have a pretty good grasp on a lot of things, but if you've got some good advice that you want to share with us, please don't hesitate to drop that in the comment section below. We try to read every single comment and reply back to it. And we do appreciate advice from people who have more experience than we do. So we appreciate those kind of comments, guys. Don't hesitate to leave us constructive criticism. Just keep in mind that it's a work in progress. It's not done yet. We're not finished with it. It will be better when we are done, but that's gonna be another video. So I know I talked about this in our last video. It's probably gonna be kind of hard for you guys to see because of where the sun is glaring on this camera. Let me go over here, maybe I can get a better view. So we've decided that we are going to use old school buses. We have a couple old school buses and a couple old church buses that we are going to use as our temporary shelters while we work on developing the property and building our home. But if you can imagine it, we're gonna have one bus here and then another bus over there. And then we're gonna have, we're gonna build a wood floor for in between, so we have a elevated space. And then we're gonna put a roof over it, so we have kind of a common area and a living space in between those two buses. And then back where Wiley's cleaning up right now, let me turn the camera around so you can see that. Back here where Wiley's working right now, we're gonna put a full-size long school bus back here. 2 of our kids already live in this school bus in Oklahoma. They absolutely love it, and they insisted that we bring it to Arkansas so they can keep their bedrooms. So we're gonna be parking their long school bus sideways back here. And the reason we're doing that is so that they can have access to the front door and the back door. The front door is 1 bedroom, and then the back door is access to the other bedroom. And we don't want either of them having to go through the thick brush and stuff to get into their bedrooms. So we're gonna put it sideways back here. We can show you a before and after. Wiley's already done, guys. He's already doubled our space in this opening back here, and he's only gonna keep going wider. This will give us place to have our chicken coop and our small greenhouse and our rabbit hutch and things like that when we move. Can you see those hawks flying up there? He pushed it over and it kind of straddled that tree sticking up right there. And so now he can't get it to fall the rest of the way because it's hanging on that tree that's still standing. So he's gonna try to push it over and see what happens. So if you're wondering why we're taking out some trees and leaving others, is because the ones we're taking out are cedar trees, and cedar trees aren't good because they take up a lot of your groundwater, and also they're really flammable and they're very invasive. So we're taking them out. Plus these are really tall, straight cedar trees. I believe these are white cedar, and they're really tall, straight trees. So they're gonna make really good fence posts, or we can put them on the mill and make wood out of them or whatever. The trees that we're leaving are oak trees, and oak trees have good, deep roots. They're great shade trees, and they make really good firewood. So if one of these trees dies, we can cut it down for firewood, or if it falls or something. But we want to get rid of the trees that are just taking up space that don't really benefit us.
Before we call it a day, I wanted to share with you guys what we got done. First, we removed a bunch of stumps. We also pushed over a bunch of trees to widen the area, and this spot has easily doubled in size today.
Most of my clothes were in there. Most of my clothes were in there. All of my jewelry, everything I actually cared about. My bed.
We can replace all that, sweetheart. What we can't replace is you. You're the most important thing to do at that bus.
I hope your tablet wasn't in there. It wasn't, don't worry.
Where were you at?
Tom's, he was going to work.
Well guys, we are gonna have to cut this trip short. Our daughter Emmalee called us at home and said that their school bus had caught on fire. Fortunately guys, the kids are okay, but they've lost everything that they own. All they have is the clothes that they have on. So it breaks my heart that this happened when we're far away. And we've got to rush and get ready to get home to them as quickly as possible. So I'm sorry, guys. I can't really talk about this right now. My heart is breaking for them. And I need to get home. So I'm gonna set this camera down and just let you guys watch me pack so that we can get home as soon as possible.
Welcome to Bobblehead Homestead.
So guys, I don't know if I've already mentioned this in any of our footage, but we came over to work on our place here in Arkansas, and Jeff over at Bobblehead is actually our neighbor. He's 2 doors down from us, and he let us stay in his shed house that he just moved in like 2 weeks ago.
A week ago.
So he wasn't even nice enough to have any electricity on or water.
It wasn't even clean. That's what I was.
Right.
It was filthy, and I felt bad.
Worst of all, there wasn't even any Wi-Fi, guys. Can you believe the hospitality or the lack of thereof?
I know. That's why it was so bad. They only stayed one night.
Yeah. We couldn't handle it. We couldn't handle it.
I'm just kidding, guys. We are super thankful. We stayed nice and toasty and warm. We brought a heater with us, and it was a really comfortable stay. We were planning on being here all week, but just a little while ago, our daughter called us with an emergency at home, and we are having to get out of here in a hurry. So we've already packed up. We are ready to roll out, and we are here, and Jeff and Peter are here. Jeff from Bobblehead Homestead and Peter from Old Man King Homestead. So we wanted to just take a quick second with you guys. This is the first time we've ever met Peter in person. So nice to meet you, Peter.
Nice to meet you guys
also.
also.
I mean, the community keeps expanding.
Right, it does.
Good. Yeah, we get to collaborate and scheme together on how we can help each other out. It's awesome.
It just keeps growing and growing, and that's really awesome. But I'm having a hard time holding it together, guys. We need to get on the road and get home to the kids as soon as possible. But I wanted to introduce our friends here and say thank you to Jeff for letting us stay at his house.
Absolutely.
I wish we could have stayed all week. I really had it planned out that I'd have his place nice and clean for him as a token of our gratitude, but that didn't happen. So
no problem. You still got. It was still worth the trip. You still got a lot accomplished today.
Right.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Yep. And I got your sink cleaned out.
Oh, and that was, oh my gosh.
So I did do that this morning.
Well, thank you.
And it's probably not going to be the last time we'll be down here, so.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll make another trip in the near future. It takes a lot for us to be able to come do this. It's a lot of collaboration, getting a place to stay, and I mean, we could camp in our tents, but it's really cold. And you know, having arrangements for the kids and everything, it's a lot to make this happen. And so we had planned on being here all week, but things happen, and now we got to get home. And so hopefully we'll be able to get back soon to make another video for you guys. Dang it, guys. We're trying to get home to the kids, and we stop at the gas station to go to the bathroom, and the truck won't start again. I guess what they say, when it rains, it pours, is really true.
Yep. Dang it.
What can we do about it?
I'm gonna have to buy a new cable.
Can we get that at O'Reilly's?
I mean, I think we can get home. I mean, is it still on? It's pretty notorious but the plug-in's burning up on the fuel pump, and these Chevrolets are bad about that. So I'll be having to order one of them, but hopefully we can make it work to get home.
I bet you're really happy you put that trap door there, huh? Yeah.
Dang it.
Is that something we can get at an auto parts store?
I don't know.
Here?
I don't know if they have one or not.
I'm gonna look this up, guys, because I'd rather just pay whatever we have to pay to make sure that we can get home. There's an O'Reilly's about a block that way if we have to walk to go get a part.
I can turn it, Mom.
What? Doesn't look like he has what we need. Was I wrong? They didn't have it?
No, they didn't.
Son of a gun.
And they looked it up and they ain't nobody that way got one, so.
Well,
I'll make it work.
fingers crossed, guys. Morning, guys. My heart breaks, y'all. We're gonna walk over here and check out Emmalee and Hunter's bus in the daylight. They're devastated, guys. There it is. Well, here's the aftermath. There's Hunter's piano that he worked hard for. I'm really just at a loss for words, guys. Here's Emily's side. Everything's just black and charred. You can see how all of this is bent from the heat. You can tell how these poles are just bent like this. And they come detached from the roof. The roof's all bent out of shape. Oh my goodness. Guys, we got this bus a few years ago and we had talked about turning it into bedrooms for two of our older kids. They're both teenagers and they really just enjoyed the idea of, you know, some freedom and some independence of having a structure separate from the house to live in. Emmalee and Hunter have been really happy living in this bus for the last few years. Of course, it's just their bedrooms, so they come in the house for during the day for whatever they need, but this was their safe space. You know, this is where they kept all their stuff and they slept, and you know, this is the place they went to get away from the chaos of the family and everything. And now they don't have that, guys, and they don't have anything. They lost everything. They don't even have any clothes. So we're gonna be going to the thrift store today and seeing what we can find for them to help get them through until we kind of figure everything out. But I just wanted to share with you guys, we think it's important to teach our kids the value of hard work. You tend to appreciate things a lot more when you've had to work hard to get what you have. And Emmalee and Hunter have really learned that lesson well. They both do work for neighbors and things, and Emmalee has a part-time job at a local restaurant where she works on the weekends to earn a little extra money. And being as we live the way that we live, our kids don't have a lot of extra stuff. You know, they don't have things like game systems, and you know, they don't have TVs in their bedrooms, and they don't have, you know, just all the extra stuff. We make sure that they have what they need, food, clothing, shelter, that kind of stuff. But in general, when they want something extra, we encourage them to work for it and to save up to buy it, because I just feel like that means a lot more. You really appreciate things a lot more when you've had to work hard for what you have. And that's what makes this story even more sad, is that Emmalee and Hunter had worked for everything that they had in there, you know, like, and to see it all go up in flames, guys, and I feel bad because I wasn't here for them. Of course, we packed up and got home as quickly as we could, but we were 4 hours away, and guys, they're devastated. You know, they've worked hard over the last few years to get stuff, and I know it's all replaceable, and from my standpoint, I'm just really happy that this didn't happen at night when they were in there sleeping. So they are fine. They didn't get hurt. However, they are very upset about it still. I know that they're just kids and it's just stuff, but to them, it means the world. You know, to a kid, their stuff is just as important as our stuff is to us as adults, especially when they've had to work hard for it. So I don't know. There's a lot to process with this, and I don't know how this is all going to work out, but I have faith that God will take care of it and make sure that they have what they need. And most importantly, I just hope that they find peace in their hearts. What we think happened is that there was an electrical shortage with an electric heater, a space heater, and it caught fire, and it was too late by the time it was noticed. The kids had come out here. Dayton, our oldest son at home, who's 19, he come out here with a hose, grabbed a hose immediately and called the fire department and kept the fire from spreading to any other structures, which we can't thank him enough for thinking quickly and doing that. It certainly could have been a lot worse, but now, guys, we just have to adjust plans accordingly. We were planning on taking this bus to Arkansas with us to serve as the kids' bedrooms, and now we are going to have to rethink that and come up with a different plan. I wish we had a better ending to the moral of the story, guys, but it's tragic. If you would like to help, you can be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so that you can follow along on our recovery journey, as well as our journey to building our off-grid property in Arkansas. But liking our channel, subscribing, and leaving a comment really tells YouTube that this content is worth watching, and then YouTube pushes it out to more people. So that would be really, really helpful if you would consider doing those things. Thank you, guys. Have a blessed day. Till next time.